Hello everyone! It's time to get back to Skibidi Toilet Zombie, don't you think so? Today's episode is one of my favorites, because there were so many mysteries and riddles that we have to solve. If you want to find out how the scientist toilet mistakenly spread virus 19 around the globe and see how the Astro toilet protected the POV, then put all your business aside for the next 11 minutes and trust me. Today I'll analyze episode 5 of Skibidi Toilet Zombie Universe for you, and then I will show you all the secrets and Easter eggs that you definitely didn't notice. Is it true that a new race from the Skibidi multiverse is coming to this show very soon? Who switched all of the files in the lab and started the apocalypse? Who is the masked doctor and whose side is he actually on? Get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end because you're gonna love it. Let's go! The 5th episode is already on your screen. And I would like to add that recently Monster Up channel has released the full version of Season 2, which includes all of the episodes starting from the 4th to the 6th. There are some extra scenes that were shown only in this video, and we will talk about the secret scene for the 5th episode today as well. Let's get it started right away. Everything starts with this very room, which is being surrounded by zombie toilets and zombie speakermen, and it seems that the POV and the company of his will come to an end this time. But fortunately, the ship nearby saves us and fires a shot, and because of it, the wreckage of this building falls directly on the head of this freak. We were helped by the same rescue ship that you may have seen in the beginning of the 2nd episode, for example. Let's compare it by looking at these pictures. Also, I don't understand how this ship has the exact coordinates of where the POV and his friends were at that moment. He shot exactly at the area near us. But how did he know that we were here? Someone must have tipped him off to our location. Don't you think so, guys? Maybe it's the secret agent who's been playing with us and using his tricks once again. He didn't help us all this time, and just watched how the POV has been fighting for his life. So what if his time has actually come, and he finally decided to help these guys? In any case, we are being saved, and the POV decides not to go into the hole made by the ship, but rather turns around and opens the door next to it. The light then turns on, and you see the entrance to some kind of bunker or something like that. There is an inscription B67, and to be honest, I have been trying for a very long time to find any information related to this, but unfortunately I could not find anything useful. So I'll assume that B67 is the name of the lab that the POV and the company went to. We are getting much closer, and it seems that this bunker used to belong to the Skibidi army, because you can only get inside by humming the secret melody used by Skibidi toilets. The bald head opens the door for us, and inside you see a complete and utter chaos. It looks like something terrible happened here, and after the battle, half of the laboratory was destroyed. After going a little further, the POV turns to the left, and here you see several notes. One of them has a hard-to-read inscription, and if you look at it attentively enough, then you can read the phrase, "a new race." But what kind of race we are talking about becomes clearer only when you see the poster located on the right side of the screen. On it, you can see several familiar faces and the inscription, "They are here." Among them, there is the big drill man who bottled the oil in the 23rd episode. There's also Drill Woman, and it looks like this hot lady will be fighting in this series very soon. Oh my god, this is real madness. Do you remember how I told you the theory in the 2nd analysis of mine? That the Skibidi zombie universe is the distant future of the Skibidi multiverse. And I turned out to be freaking right. And pretty soon afterwards, you'll surely be seeing these guys in this show too. And that's actually really cool. The only problem with my theory is that the note on the left side, which really made me have some doubts. Think about it. If the Skibidi zombie universe is the far future of the Skibidi multiverse, then why does this note call the Drillmen races to be a new one? After all, these guys appeared in the series by Dom Studio almost at the very beginning, which means that either this message is about a completely different race, or the Skibidi zombie universe is not the future of Skibidi multiverse after all, but on the contrary, it's past. But I don't believe that the second option is possible, and I can prove it to you. I want to show you this poster again, so pay attention to these 2 letters after the word they. The first of them is probably the letter T, and the second one is EE. And I think that this is not the whole poster, but only the first half of it. The second half with the continuation of this word was probably cut off for some reason, and I think that's where the secret lies. The new race most likely refers to something other than the Drillman's race. Also, there is a second note here that refers to all those YouTubers that did reviews on Skibidi Toilet Zombie Universe. And I am sorry guys, but our channel name has not been put in here. By the way, there is Woji's, and some of you have been asking me for a long time to do an analysis with this guy. And if you really like this idea, then let me know in the comments below about it, and we'll surely do it for you. Okay, the POV walks over to the capsule and takes a high-powered cannon from there. Well, okay, bro. Put that cannon in place and let me, along with my subscribers, take a look at the name of this capsule. Oh, thank you. It's called X-18, and it's the same name that you already saw on the tablet in episode 2. Oh, holy crap. Have I been wrong all this time, though? Recently, I tried to prove it to you that the POV from the second episode and this POV are completely different cameramen, but as it turned out, I was actually wrong here. And in fact, the rescue ship from the second episode brought us not to the Alliance headquarters, but to the main base of the Skibidi army. And this red dot showed us not the actual missile that shot the zombie scientist, but the location of where exactly was this weapon hidden in this capsule. Now it becomes clear why the POV and his company decided not to leave this terrible place, having got out through the hole made by the ship, as their main mission is to find this weapon, and it seems like with its usage, they will manage to stop the apocalypse. After a nicely fulfilling shopping trip, the POV comes to the panel, and on the left side you can see a red flash drive. And if you mirror the image, then you can read the name Virus 19. The movie tape starts rolling now, and you see the scientist toilet as he is conducting another crazy experiment, and next to him there is a similar red flash drive called Controller 19, and it seems to be designed for taking over the minds of the cameramen and make them fight on the side of the Skibidi army. The test subject is this poor guy, so the scientist inserts a secret chip into him, but something goes terribly wrong, and the old dude seems to have no clue what is going on in here. The errors appear everywhere, and the cameraman turns into a zombie, after which he destroys his creator, and that's where the video record ends. As it turned out, the whole thing is that someone has switched these flash drives, and if you slow down this moment, then you will notice how the controller is being replaced by a virus. It's very hard to see what kind of prick did this thing, but if you will freeze the video at this frame, then you will be able to see someone's hand. It's hard to say who exactly it belongs to, but it becomes clear that this dude started the whole apocalypse, which takes place in the Skibidi zombie universe. And I have a fantastic theory about who this mysterious stranger really is, but I'll tell you about it at the end of the video, so watch it to the end so you don't miss anything. The POV then takes the flash drive containing the virus, but suddenly, an uninvited guest comes to the party again, and he orders his zombie friends to destroy us. But everything is not so simple, and our new cannon manages to deal with all of them. It looks like this time all the zombies won't resurrect as they did in episode 3, and X-18 is really capable of destroying them for good. Zombie Speakerman is heading towards the POV, and by the way, let me tell you a little bit about this mutant. Thanks to your comments, I realized that I missed one important detail there, and it's actually the black Speakerman who pulled you out of the zombie's jaws in the second episode. I don't quite understand how he was able to go through the mutation process because the monster literally devoured him. Did the zombie army pick up this blood piece by piece and turn him into a mutant? So what do you guys think? Well, X-18 can't handle this zombie Speakerman, but luckily, the Astra Toilet comes to the rescue and he picks up the rubbish and hurls it at the black Speakerman while the POV and his company rush to escape towards the ship. During the run, you couldn't help but notice this guy, who looks very mysterious and wears a black suit with a mask resembling a bird's beak. He reminds me very much of the Plague Doctor and something similar we saw in another series called Skibidi Wars. There was a toilet with the exact same mask, but if in there he fought on the side of the Skibidi army, then here everything is not so simple as it seems to me, and it is very difficult to say whose side he is on right now. It will be known only in an additional scene which you will see later, my friends. The POV and his friends manage to get to the rescue ship, and on board you get a big surprise. You see the Hydra toilet, 2 cameramen, and a drill man. Oh my god. Good morning, bro. Can you tell me where your hot drill woman friend is? Okay, the ship takes off, and it looks like the Astro toilet lost the battle and was turned into lunch for the zombies. This toilet acted like a true hero and took the hit to let us survive. I'm really sorry that this happened. Press F for the hero. The POV pulls out a tablet with a message saying that the base is under attack, and the Alliance urgently needs this X-18 weapon. Well, it seems that this gun is capable of destroying mutants, but now it's time to find out who created them in the first place. So it's time to move on to the secret scene now. In the first couple of seconds, you see the zombie Speakerman, and it looks like the Astro toilet managed to defeat him after all. But then why did we see something different from inside of the ship? What really happened there, and why did this blood lose? As it turns out, the Plague Doctor has come to the zombies' rescue. He calls Astro to the fight, but it seems that this sorcerer is not so simple and has very powerful abilities. For instance, he can control the electricity, and it seems like there's nothing that can be done against this bro. The poor guy tries to leave the battlefield, but unfortunately, a zombie rushes at him and destroys him. The two freaks are standing next to each other, and it seems like they are pursuing the same goal. The zombie does not attack him, and even considers him his friend, which is really strange, because the Plague Doctor is not a zombie, and logically thinking, this mutant was obliged to destroy him. Also, pay your attention to the Doctor at this moment. On his arm, you can notice a strange white thing right here. And the exact same white thing was on the hand that switched the flash drives in the lab. Just compare these images, and it seems that we now have the answer about who started the apocalypse. So far, we know nothing about the Plague Doctor and why he decided to destroy the planet. But one thing is certain. This traitor controls the entire zombie army and has very strong abilities, and how the Alliance will be able to defeat him is a big question for me right now, my friends. And that was all for today. Write your opinions about this guy in the comment section below, because I'm always really invested in reading them. And that was me, Isa Toilet. See ya!